Wesley as he's trying to escape or whatever, then it makes it much better, right? So like typically people want to escape by pushing back into you, right, and putting their weight into you, because if he goes forward, I'm gonna just flatten him out, right? So when he pushes back, which side do you normally try to fall to? Usually this one, right?
Yeah.
Right. So go ahead. Like when he goes back, if he goes back, and I can keep his knee up, he can't do that. And so if he switches to the other side, right, keep trying to leg press up. And so now that's where the hooks come into play. And so now can you pick the other side again or whichever? Yep. Try to switch again. Right. I'm just gonna keep my knees up in this scenario, so he can't get past my knees. Okay. So just get with each other a little bit. You probably saw me do this with Jay one time in the video. You recorded that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Using your knees to keep them from going over to the side. Not even trying to use my hands. Similar to how we were doing with the lockdown thing, where we were whipping him over side to side. Just let him leg press back, whichever way he wants to go. And when he picks a side, you block him. He picks the other side, tries to get out, so keep like try to turn or rotate. Right? You go ahead and there. See how that? Keeping my knees are what stops you. When you try to go high, I have that, right? Okay. So just spend a few minutes, not even probably a few minutes, just a minute or so with each other, just playing, using your knees to keep the other guy on top of you from falling down, okay? He tries to tabletop back. I'm choking with both hands. I'm not even worried about going seatbelt or whatever. So if I have the seatbelt and he tabletops to here, I can let go and start going one way and then the other. Or pulling up and going that way, right? If he's using his hands to grab my hands right here, that's what I'm saying. Now I can fight both of them from on top. Can you try to get away a little bit from right here?
Yeah.
Right, so I can still keep both hands on him until I can work my choke in. Okay, and that's just dig, just like you always have heard. Dig, 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 dig. If he gets over to a side though, that's when this is not, it's not valid anymore from there, right? Because I can't just choke it from right there. I need you to stay on that to work. Because now try to get to that side again. I can't let you get there. That's why.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's why that was so important. We were doing a minute ago. Because now I can. While you're trying to just stay there, I'm digging. Boom. You try to switch to the other side. Boom. Right. So it frees up your hands to just worry about choking a little bit more. If you can get into that tabletop position and you know how to use your knees between your knees, both hands can be over the head, just like ripping their face and stuff like that. So don't rip each other's face, but like lift his chin, stick your hand under, grab his forehead, lift it up, stick the other arm under. You can dig across the nose, just don't do it the West side. Like all that in a fight, you punch him. You know what I mean? You can smother. I don't like it that much, but you can. Because, like I said, most people just tabletop you.
Yeah.
And then you just, like I said, you're holding onto your seatbelt, and then they get to pull your grip apart, and then they set the terms of where they're going from that spot a lot of times. But if I'm here, if they switch, I just use my knee, and then I can grab across their face almost, and pull them across, or grab the chin, or, you're being pretty nasty in a way, but you're competing, right? And especially in a fight, I don't care. Like
You signed up for it.
Anything below the nose is the net in competition. And just crank their face off. Their teeth will break, your palate will break, they'll tap. One or the other will happen.
You could have just lifted their chin.
They could. That's right. You get a choice, right? And if you try to be tough, it's going to hurt more. That's just the facts of it, right? And so everybody's like, oh, well, I didn't want to be tapping too early, or I didn't want to be a punk, or whatever it was. Well, now you got a permanent injury because you were tough. So thank you. Congratulations. It's just a trade-off. I got some too that I traded, being tough and got hurt, and now it always hurts still. Is what it is. Can I get you back now? So this one we're going to combine some of the other stuff too. With this seatbelt, whichever way I like it, I do like an over-under kind of play, because when I do this, he usually wants to still do his tabletop, and he's going to put his hands on my hands, right? And so that's what I got this, and I can start worrying about only what I want to do from here. Right. If you want to pick a side, can you pick a side? That was going to be a hard side to go to, right? That's going to make it a hard side to go to. So now you see what I'm saying? Now I can really control you a bit here. And then in an MMA fight, the guy may try to even punch back at my face or something. And then that's when I can really work on trapping his wrists and stuff like that. Okay. So a lot of times I'm just getting to this, and then I want to pass off to this, and then this, and then this. Okay. Anytime I can get my wrist on his wrist on this 5-0 grip, because the 5-0 grip like the police. You put your hand behind their back, and he's fighting the choking hand as he should be. I want to get this up, let go, pull this down, grab this one, put it over the top, grab this, and then grab this. That seems like a lot, but it'll happen so fast. Right, you're doing this like you see the guy hitting those wooden dummies, the Wing Chun dummies. Right, you're just hand fighting like crazy right there. But I'll get that
Yeah.
and hold here. Because like escape from there.
This is keeping me.
Yeah, and I'm just holding this too. So even if I lose the 5-0, then I'll switch. And now I'm
Face cranking me.
back to the other side.
Okay.
So yeah, I like to get that, and so that's. And actually, there's two of these. Well, it's just a few of us or whatever. This one gets them to lift their chin a lot too, because the guys will be tucking their chins, and so I'll go across like that, and they'll want to start pulling that hand off a lot more. Right, and keep doing that battle with him, and eventually he's gonna want to pull it to go ahead.
Got it.
Right, just I'm not necessarily doing enough to like yank your whole neck, but I'm making it to where you're like uncomfortable, and as soon as the pressure comes off, the chin's coming up because you're giving a little bit of push with your neck right there because you don't want to let it just like get smashed out. Right? So just play with that Wing Chun idea, rolling your wrist over the top. Okay.
Can I see with ropes?
Oh yeah, sure. If he takes me to this side, that's usually what I'm trying to do. Usually, if we go to this side, go ahead. I want to take this foot and step. And I bring this across. And then I'm going to step. Okay? So I have this.
To maintain the back.
Yep, to keep his back. But I have him in this space right here with my knees. Okay? I have this and this. Okay? So I went from here. You try to fight my hand, same thing, right? Boom, boom, boom. Leg over the top. Grab the shin. No hands. I squeeze and I control him. When I control him, he wants to quit. He wants to give up. He knows he's with a better man, right? But when we're scrapping and we're he thinks he's equal. He thinks he's got a chance. But when I just control him, he's like, man, fuck. Right? They give up. They don't get submitted, they give up, they quit. That's what I like. I like to make them quit. Then I own them forever, right? So you can choke somebody fast and just go, but then they think, that was like a lucky punch, right? But if you beat them up with control the whole time, they can't argue and say, oh, he was lucky. Yeah. This isn't lucky, right? This is doing exactly what I want to do. Okay? So I'll switch sides. Hands in, right? One over the shoulder. And I grab my shit. I can let go from right there with this hand. Go ahead, do whatever you want to do. That's how it works. Right, he did it. He's doing it. Keep going. Okay, and I'm just having that conversation with my friends. I'm waving to his girlfriend over to the side. You know? Just chilling. She waved back. She did. If he comes in and I get it like this, it's a Kimura. Yeah, it's a Kimura. It's just a Kimura. So that's what I'm holding on to a lot. And that's how I can replace this with that, because now I've essentially got
the grip opens the door to the rest.
The same control, basically. Okay? So that's how this one's gonna work. But now he's climbing up. I got another figure 4. It's the same thing. The hip is like a shoulder. The anatomy is the same, right? It's a ball in a socket. The knee and the elbow, the same. They hinge up and down, right? Wrists, ankles, hands and feet. It's the same. Okay, so I'm over his shoulder. I'm on the inside, and I've got a figure 4 grip with my wrist controls. It's a Kimura. That's a bad one.
No. Unfortunately, that's. Ooh. What was that, 16?
Okay?
So
Just
we're
with the one hook.
Ooh, that's a lot.
One hook. It's the figure 4 though. It's just like a Kimura for your legs. You're not gonna get as many taps on twisting somebody's hip. It's too strong. But it's control. And it's his body. I'm gonna make him roll over. Because he doesn't want to hurt himself. And so if I don't have control of his body, he can just do that to take all that pressure off. But as soon as I stop his rotations, that's when all these things really come into play a lot more, right? So you really control them very easily with this and this, or with this or this. Okay? So that's what it is. And everybody names moves. We come up with words to describe these bodies connecting and moving together, right? That's all it is. Getting him to move the way his body is supposed to. And if he's not uncomfortable, he's not gonna do what I want. But if I make him uncomfortable a little bit, he'll start complying. The tougher he is, the more I gotta make him more uncomfortable. The better he is, the harder that's gonna be, right? If he's good, it's gonna be hard. He's not gonna let you put him in a bad spot. He's gonna keep fighting everything. Just stop that over and over. And you're gonna get tired trying to beat him up, right? So that's what you wanna have is the game like that. So let's run one more set real quick. Here, I can be over the top on either side. Doesn't really matter to me. Whichever side that he falls to though. I ditch the one hook. And I
Go
make him
behind.
move. Okay, that's it. Can you get away?
The more away, the better for the truck, right?
I mean, he's giving me the calf slicer.
Yeah.
The more he's bringing this to me, right? And so then if he runs away, I just chase him. There's a pin in wrestling.
That's true.
So just play what that is. Can you go to turtle?
Yeah.
I love that.
Can you roll up to your side?
Can I roll up to my side? Yeah.
It's the same to the Kimura. Anywhere you go, you're tough.
Like here.
He's controlling, he's attacking too if you want. That's why you roll on that Kimura and it's the same thing.
Same thing. That's why I showed. Same control. The Kimura can be a submission. It's also just a control. And he's gonna hide his arm. And so then now I can have this part of his body under control. Okay? Let's play with the truck a little bit.